Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. I'm going to start with this. The flight of banks. As bank branch networks narrow, entrepreneurs struggle to access capital. New opportunities and obstacles are emerging for small business owners as the lending ecosystem morphs. And that's the thing. I believe banks are starting to tighten down on some loans, but not mortgages. They want you still out there buying those houses at those high prices. Inflation has people living paycheck to paycheck. Here's how some banks are responding. So, Payday Friday may soon be replaced by Payday Wednesday. This week, JP Morgan Chase, America's largest bank, became the latest financial institution to offer customers early access to their direct deposits. Chase, the consumer and commercial banking arm of JP Morgan Chase, announced that its 1.4 million secure banking customers will automatically receive access to certain direct deposits, such as paychecks, tax refunds, government benefits, and pensions, up to 2 days earlier. Now, here's the thing. If we go from Payday Friday to Payday Wednesday, it's the same thing. Because after the first week that you take your money early, guess what? Now you're not getting money again until the following Wednesday. But it looks good for JP Morgan. It looks like they're trying to help out their customers. And it could benefit some people. Government benefits and pensions, maybe tax refunds. Fed quietly sends record $11 billion to Switzerland as dollar funding shockwave crushes central banks. Markets stop panicking when central banks start panicking. And I believe the central banks right now are in major trouble. And I think the Fed is just trying to keep everything afloat at this point. So, Elon Musk has a new archenemy, the Fed. Elon Musk blasted the Fed's rapid rate hikes after Tesla blamed a strong dollar for missing sales forecast. The CEO said U.S. central banks is looking backwards and will eventually realize its mistake. A Fed reversal could boost Tesla's sales and profits and lift the value of Musk's shares. But here's the thing. Everybody wants the Fed to pivot. But I think he's going to continue to raise rates for at least a few more rounds because he's also trying to fight inflation at the same time. The Fed will raise rates again in November, but may slow hikes afterwards. And a lot of people believe the crypto space can go red for the months of November and December, but then we'll be back to green by January. That's when we could see the prices really start moving upward. It's 100% is the Fed is artificially increasing interest rates to increase inflation, to cause a recession, to make more people desperate so it stops being an employees market and goes back to being the feudal employers market. Now, I remember the president saying, anybody out there right now should go out there, walk in their boss's office, and demand more money. And all of a sudden, we had companies with people quitting their jobs. They were offering sign-on bonuses just to get people to work there. I believe now things are shifting, though, because of inflation and rate hikes and things like that. I think we're starting to see a 180 from where we were before. They have been abused the traditional financial system to the point that recovery is impossible without more corruption. I am frustrated with the system and I'm tired of us footing the bill for poor economic responsibility. The USD will fall. They can't keep fighting fire with fire. And I believe the US dollar is going to fall as well. I believe right now we have one more move up. I believe the US dollar is going to cap out around $1.20. Then after that, we're gonna start falling and we're going to continue to fall. You have the BRICS countries also trying to collapse the dollar this time around. Things are a lot different. Currencies in free fall. It keeps getting worse due to global bond sell-off in a rapid move. USD will continue to rise against other currencies, but its absolute strength is being diminished to the total loss of purchasing power, thanks to the central bank. And that's the thing. Even though its value is going up, its buying power is diminishing at the same time. XRP is becoming the DXY. And the thing is, if you watch the DXY, whenever the US dollar value falls, crypto rises. And we're going to talk about what could possibly happen next. So let's go. Everyone remember all those nut jobs calling for the super cycle? I'm excited to see what ludicrous narratives arrive in the next Bitcoin bull. So here's the thing. I don't think Bitcoin's going to move based off of utility. It has not. But Bitcoin can easily get a run up if the US dollar falls. I've said it in previous videos. But Credible Crypto, which I've seen mentioned many times, I remember him shilling this call for $30 for XRP. His other HOF were XRP $30, HBAR $5, and Bitcoin 150K. And people laughed. They said, there's no way Bitcoin's going to hit 150K. Well, he still kind of is holding strong on that. And a perfect storm looks like it's almost setting up. Like I said, BRICS coming to push the value of the dollar down. Plus, on top of that, the financial system is broken. It's falling apart little by little. So as the US dollar falls from maybe an all-time high of over $1.20, think of all the value that's going to go into Bitcoin, pushing the price up. That's how you would get to 150K. Now, I'm not saying this is absolutely going to happen. I'm just saying it looks like it possibly can happen based on what's going on throughout the rest of the world. So financial crash is happening right now. A whale is demanding huge USD flows. The US market hasn't opened yet for sure. The Fed is having a call right now with BOJ and SMB and ECB and BOE. Central banks losing their fight. They lost their fight. And that's the thing. We can see it going on in country after country. Things are really looking very bad. But the US looks like it's in great shape because the dollar's strong at the same time until the dollar starts to fall. Then things change. And you could go from having 10 million USD to 100,000 USD purchasing power. Or you could put 5 million in gold, keep 5 million cash, and then wham, currency crash. Yet you're still worth 5 million purchasing power. I save 50% of my wealth from pre-planned currency destruction. And that's the thing. People are telling you to get out of the US dollar. They're saying put your money into gold. Me, I'm putting my money into crypto. And the reason for it is because I know the second that US dollar starts to fall down, we're going to the moon. That's when we will get a full-blown bull run. It's happened in the past on different occasions, and it's going to happen again. I believe it's going to come in 2023. So that super cycle that people thought were crazy can very well play out if all of that plays out as well. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not saying it's absolutely going to happen. I'm saying it can. XRP, some say I'm not going to grab until granted clarity. But after clarity has been granted, you are not going to be able to grab any XRP fast enough at these low prices. And I've said this time and time again, and yet I still see people say it. Well, maybe once they get settlement, then I'll buy some XRP. I'm not ready to buy yet. I don't want to tie my money up into it until it starts moving. But say, for instance, you are sitting on the sidelines waiting for the news of a settlement. By the time you get that news, I'm telling you, the market will reflect it before you get a chance to buy in. All of a sudden, XRP is skyrocketing in value. It hits $5 very fast. Who knows what can happen? That's why it's good to always buy when it's cheap, when nothing's going on. The bear market is still here with us. I'm just showing you what could possibly play out over the next few months. I'm thinking more on the lines that if we get a run up, that XRP can hit some high numbers based on where Bitcoin goes. And if Bitcoin does get that super cycle that's been mentioned in previous times by many people, That would probably be the last run up for Bitcoin. I believe after that, it'll all be based on utility, and Bitcoin has no utility. But the cryptos that we hold, like XRP, XLM, all these ISO coins, they'll continue rising in value year over year. So with that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I wanted to talk about what could possibly happen in the future. Like I said, I'm not saying it's gonna, but it could. With that said, we'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.